Sheet metal was my livelihood, but I never thought I'd be building gear like this. Every week, we turn tons of steel into rolling works of art. Some of the toughest gear in the world comes out of this factory. Building this gear is only half the fun. No one tests like we do. My passion has taken my family to the edges of the earth. Life's a game. We know how to play it. Patriot Games.
Waking up here in Mongolia is, it's definitely something pretty special. Anywhere that you pull up, doesn't matter where that you camp, just off the roads, there's something completely different to see. Just last night or yesterday afternoon on the way in here, we saw some scenery that, it felt like, it felt like something that you'd watch in the cinema. As we were driving through the valley, there's kids playing on fences, there's shepherds doing their thing. There was a young girl on a horse herding this big herd of yaks straight into a pen, and this morning we've woken up and the scenery's just changed again. The surroundings change that much because of the amount of herds of different animals, yaks, cattle, sheep, and all of the nomads riding around obviously up in the morning doing their early morning chores. It's just an amazing place, absolutely beautiful place, and it's exceeded any expectation of what I thought that this country would offer. All right, the plan for today.
The plan for today is we go there, Bayındır.
Okay.
Yeah, so we take this road and then take it, and then this is the right turn that we were supposed to do.
That's the one we missed last night?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then just go there, and then once we get there, we'll go down, we'll head west.
Yep. How many Ks we got to do?
Today about 800.
Yeah, that's a long way.
And a little bit of tarmac too, so we got some paved road.
Yeah, but then it's gonna be, we have to go through big summits.
Yeah, okay. That's a big day. We just had a look at the map with Tamir on where we got to get to by tomorrow night, and I don't think it's possible, to be perfectly honest with you. The terrain here is so slow and it changes so much. You get from 50 kilometres an hour and then you get sections down to 10 kilometres an hour. We got 800 Ks to bank today, 400 kilometres of that is across these fields and through this slow stuff. With a convoy this size, I just don't see it happening. And then where are we meeting the people tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning? Here.
How many Ks is that?
I mean, all the way here, it's gonna be around 900, yeah? Okay. So if you look in the map here, we are somewhere around here, yeah? And then we have to go through all the way here, there.
The team that we're meeting up with, we only have a particular window with them. We only have this one day to meet up with them. If we don't make it there in time, we're not going to get the adventure that we're heading all over there for. We're heading right across Mongolia. We're heading straight to the west. We're banging straight in the direction of Russia. We're heading straight for Russia now. How are you travelling down there, Rob?
Well, exceptionally well. Comfortable car, nice scenery, good driver, learning a lot about the countryside, the country in general. It's great.
You speaking Mongolian yet?
Not even half a word yet. Maybe by the end of this trip.
Actually, I'll start practicing that.
Or maybe you could teach Bayara Italian.
There's a thought.
Morning crew. Today we have a lot of ground to cover, but with this scenery, who could complain? And best of all, we're about to experience Mongolian hospitality at its finest.
So check this out, we just got lost and we met up with the convoy, but it just so happened as we got lost, They've been invited, they were here waiting for us, they've been invited into this ger to try some of the milk from what these guys are farming. So the whole family's inside. Let's get inside and have a look. This is awesome. This is real Mongolia. What is this?
Oh God, this is so good.
Milk cream.
Yak milk.
Yeah, cream.
Yeah?
Just try this cheese.
Which one? Which one, Dad?
Tamir said this is the best food ever.
Really?
Yeah, it's cheese curds.
Good. It's an hard.
I know that flavour. That's something Italian.
Cheese curds. Which one, that one?
Baked ricotta. It tastes like baked ricotta, like the crust off the top.
Same principle. Same principle.
That is,
Oh wow. That's
wow. Good.
cream, man.
What do you put that cream on?
Home cooked like biscuits, like cookies.
Just biscuits.
Yeah, cookies. Yeah. So all of these food is like the milk and the cream, the cheese. Everything is made from yak's milk, and everything is harvested by themselves, like and it's local, and yeah, everything is natural.
Why do they have so much prepared?
No, it's always like this.
This is just how it is.
Yeah, because they're just waiting for the unexpected, like us.
That's what I read as well, that everyone's really welcoming and they always have the tea ready and anything ready.
For people travelling through. This is, so far, this is the best thing I've tasted in Mongolia. Obviously, you can't really describe a taste, can you? But the cream, it's yak cream, and this is like double island cream on steroids. It is. How thick is it? So thick, so rich from the yak. Little homemade kind of cookies. They got the texture of probably a hard donut, I'd kind of say, but without the sugar, without the sweetness. Yeah. This is just amazing.
This is like a typical food like during the summertime. They don't have any place to put the meat in, like they don't have any fridge. So like with the meat, they dry it out, but mostly like it's just like dairy food like this.
Amazing. This is what we came to this country for. This is exactly the reason we're in Mongolia, getting embedded into the culture, with the whole family being invited into this ger for lunch at the perfect time. It just couldn't have worked out any better.
Travelling through Mongolia, these small towns provide essentials to the semi-nomadic residents who live here, and crews like ours who are passing through.
How you going, man? Dusty?
Yeah, dusty.
Did you go to the pub?
No.
No?
No pub.
Why not? No pub? What is it with no pubs around here? It's crazy, man.
Doesn't exist.
Is this a pretty typical supermarket?
Like in towns like this?
Yeah.
I suppose so, yeah.
This is like the big one, the big supermarket.
The biggest one,
I
yeah.
want to go inside and have a look.
Yeah, let's have a look. Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm thinking of like getting like a cold drink.
Yeah.
If the fridge is full, yeah.
You know what I'd kill for? An ice cream. An ice cream, man. Oh, they have ice cream. You guys already destroying the joint, huh?
Basically. Yeah.
This is it. This is the whole supermarket. Yeah?
Great.
What have you got?
That's one piece of chocolate.
That looks like a good, is that dark chocolate?
I don't know, it just big chocolate. So
Might be dark chocolate. What else do they got? What do you guys got?
Some chips and water and biscuits.
Yep. They haven't got a lot. No, I think they've got more than I thought, to be honest with you.
Yeah, same.
Seems to be a fair bit of stuff. Where's Sarah, babe? Coffee.
But I can't find any.
Have they got everything you need
Coffee,
here?
I need water. Yeah, I think so.
They've got ice cream.
I know.
I'm getting ice cream. Bread, what else do we need?
I just really needed coffee, bread, water.
So Tamir's told me this is a pretty typical kind of supermarket. This is like the Woolworths or the Coles of Mongolia in every village. Look, it's not huge, but I think the necessities are kind of here. Did you get the mint? Hey, there's a mint minty. Good girl, well done. Plenty of vodka, beers, fresh fruit. I haven't seen any meat here, which I think that's what this is all about, living off the land. So they obviously, they cultivate what they can and they harvest what they can, and then obviously all the other basics they get in here. So yeah, this is how they get by, this is how they survive. Who else wants some ice cream?
With the essentials now taken care of, and the bread, coffee and water, all that's left is a simple matter of payment, which should be easy. Right, crew?
177,000.
Yeah.
What's that? Is that 10,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, 176,000. Is that enough?
No, is that 1,000?
Oh, that's 10,000. Sorry. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What are these ones?
There we go. We got there in the end. One final stop for fuel and we're off.
Fuel in Mongolia is actually quite easy to come across. Every village that you pass has fuel, and there are very remote fuel stops. You'll be travelling through a valley and then all of a sudden you'll see one of these little things pop up. 2 Bowsers, the fuel is extremely cheap. I filled up all of the trucks yesterday, 1, 2, 3, 4 trucks. 3 of them are petrol, 2 of them have long range tanks in them, and 1 diesel, and it cost me 800 Australian dollars, which is by far the cheapest fuel that I've experienced on any trip so far.
As the team finish fueling up, Tamir and Bayara notice something isn't right with Bayara's truck. Today's a big day, and now is not the time for issues.
The 2-door alternator's starting to drop out. So Bayara's just noticed that the voltage is starting to drop, and that could be a problem. That could be a big problem out here, actually. Obviously, we're not going to be able to pick up a new alternator.
Just about like 1 hour before, just coming into town, he called me on the radio and said, Tamir, can you come and check out the car? And then we looked, and then we took out the tester and then checked the battery, the voltage and everything, and nothing's charging. So.
You really? And I said to your father, you guys need sealed alternators here. You know, because you've got so much water, so many water crossings, and the alternators in these things are so low, they're notorious for it. When I go out in the black truck, I've got a sealed unit, but I still carry a spare alternator, always, yeah? Or you carry a big, 38 amp charger and a generator. Because in that way, and I've done that 2 or 3 times on trips, strap the generator on the roof and put a 30 amp charger straight onto the battery, and at least you can get out. You know what I mean?
Maybe you could try disconnecting this battery, because maybe that's drawing a lot of power out of it, but then you just won't be able to use any accessories.
Yeah.
To me, it looks like Bayara's alternator's on its way out. As soon as you put a bit of load on the system, the voltage drops right down, which is a good indication of that. Can't tell for sure, but it seems that way, and from experience, it's only going to get worse. So he needs to head home as quick as possible.
Has it dropped anymore?
When he turns on the lights.
Yeah, so obviously make sure you got nothing running, eh?
Yeah.
Headlights, everything, kill everything, the stereo, the whole lot. So that's a tough call that Bayara's just had to make. There's no point in him continuing on and getting more remote. He's going to leave us, depart us just from here, and he's going to turn left and head towards the pavement. Hopefully the alternator holds up long enough that he can continue on and let us continue on our trip. Bayara's obviously used to this sort of, this is his country, this is his home. There's no issue with us leaving him on his own. He'll find his way home. But to keep pushing on with us and get more remote, it's not a smart call. You done?
Yeah.
Mate, Thank you for everything. Again, I appreciate it. We'll see you back in town.
Yes.
Or, hopefully, to me. So sad. It's so sad. On a serious note, are we in good hands or not? Do you trust him to lead, or do you trust him for me to trust him to lead the rest of the family, or what?
Yeah, now there won't be any problems.
No, there won't be any problems. All right, mate, drive safe. Thank you very much. Hopefully we can rejoin again over the next couple of days. If not, we'll see you back in the city. Yeah, that's pretty sad, to be honest with you. We've come all the way over here, the whole Patriot convoy, the man that brought us here, the guy that started this whole thing for us, and ultimately I think the reason that we're here, obviously along with Tamir, but Barra was the first relationship that I had here. He's obviously the hierarchy of the family, the father. He's in the truck that I really, really wanted the opportunity to drive. That's not going to happen, and yeah, it's pretty sad. Look, we lost our captain.
Yeah.
Now we have a new captain. You ready to steer the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you say the Polaris is leading the convoy now? Yeah?
Really disappointing that Braera had to leave, that the part was just been riding shotgun with him the last few days. What did I say to you yesterday? Every day is better than the previous day. And I didn't think it was possible.
Yeah.
We're starting to get to know each other really well, got common interests. Our kids getting along really, really well together. I'm learning so much about the country. It's just hard to describe it. I don't know how I'm going to describe this to anyone back home. And it's really disappointing for me.
It's been a few hours now since Bayara's departure from the convoy, and Tamir is taking the crew to what he claims is the perfect spot for an afternoon snack and a quick fish.
So Tamir, what's the plan for lunch, man? Where are we going to pull up for lunch?
Thinking we go to Dilgirmurung. That's the river crossing that we have to do. We go there and have lunch. And while we're cooking lunch, you know, I would like to have the small opportunity to go fishing a little bit, yeah?
Yeah, perfect, man. Have you only got fly rods with you? You got spin rods too?
No, buddy, only fly rods here.
Copy that.
While some of the team are trying to catch some lunch, Sarah and Bobby are preparing a backup option. And they better make enough for two more, because we've got guests walking over from their nearby gears.
That's so awesome. We've got two Mongolian women that have just pulled up and decided to sit down and have a beer and some
How stoked would
dumplings
they
with
be?
us.
A nice cold beer and dumplings.
After sitting in the warm gur today.
Any more luck?
No.
So we kind of gathered there's a bit of a language barrier, but we think they're from those girls over there.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh. This lady, she's all the way from there.
Yep.
And then this lady, she's from here.
Yep.
And they're together, like, you know, because they're bored.
Ah, okay, they're bored.
Hitna children
Well, tell her we said this is a beautiful country.
Not only the foreigners say like it's amazing, like the Mongolians say it's amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, on the right here, it's on this board. It says, "Be careful. You are
Very close to the border. Okay, which
Border, another province.
No, to the Russian border.
Oh, how close are we to Russia now?
very close."
Should we duck across there for lunch, maybe?
Did you bring your passports?
I did.
Sure did.
We're getting pretty high now, man. I was just looking at my watch. We're at 2,050 metres.
Whoa.
Wow, look at that view on the left there, man.
Looks amazing. It looks like we can see into Russia from up here.
Oh, wow, look at that on the right, man. Can you actually see Russia from up here, Tamir?
Yes.
Yep, that's it.
Is that Russia on the right?
Yep.
That's
Sure
it.
is.
No way. Can you believe we're right next door to Russia? That's pretty epic, eh?
This view is too good to drive past, but not all the crew are keen on walking out to the edge.
You got to do it. You got to have a look. Oh, okay. This is like Moab all over again, eh?
That's why you do this on purpose.
How you feeling? Are you feeling all right?
No.
Not at all. What's going on?
Feet are sweating.
Talk me through it. You just don't like it, eh?
Nope.
How far can you go?
Oh, I'll get up here. I've always had a fear of heights for as long as I know. And it's a shame because coming on the trips with the Patriot boys, or the Patriot family, I suppose, you get to see some amazing places, and obviously a lot of those come at heights.
If you think back to Moab, when we were over in Utah last season, this is exactly what happened to Matty. He's losing it, freaking out again, getting all sweaty. Come and have a look, this is wild. How you feeling? I could hear you.
Don't make this all about me.
I could hear you breathing over there, eh? I could hear. You can't look that way, eh?
No.
I just like it how he hopped out of his car and had to go put boots on. His thongs were too
I was slipping out of my thongs.
In all jokes aside, we are at the peak. We're at the summit, right?
Yeah.
We're not going to get any higher.
No.
How many people come up here? Is this a destination? Is this a main, like a thoroughfare? Many people travel this or not really? No one travels this. So we're pretty lucky to be here.
Yeah. I mean, like the way they're coming up here.
Yeah.
Pretty
Special, man. Yeah. Oh, it was pretty tough. Even the 200 was feeling it, eh? 200 was feeling it. I did in low range too. Yeah. It was feel. Also got into first gear low range up a lot of that, eh?
Christian, we were like slipping back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had to put into low range as well.
Can he steer or what?
Yeah, he's good when he's driving the petrol, okay? Because that petrol has no power, no torque. It just
That's rough.
Kick him out of the car. Kick him out.
That's rough.
No more sweets for you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Lost the sugar.
All right, well, what do you reckon, team? Pretty special spot, like every other spot, but I think this one is a little bit special. We got Russia just to the, is that the north now?
Yep.
Yeah, so Russia's just to the north. This is what happens when you bring tourists to Mongolia, man. We have to stop at everything.
No, not tourists,
Yeah.
adventurers.
Adventurers. What an ending to another magical day in Mongolia. And you think about the things that we experience here today, you know, that you might not see in a lifetime. And to finish it up here, up on this summit, again, you know, with two countries side by side, the whole family together. The sun's about to set. We're going to drive into the late afternoon and set up camp. We're taking our time as much as we possibly can just to enjoy this as a family.
We've covered around 500 kilometres of the 800 kilometres we were hoping to bank today. And with the light fading, today's journey ends here, near the border of Russia in Western Mongolia. Today really was a big day. And it isn't completely over just yet.
Look at this kid on the horse. Bareback. Look at this kid here. No shirt, bareback.
How's the kids on the horses?
No saddles.
I'm going to solo. so
Imagine how cool that would be for them to see.
Yeah.
Next time on Patriot Games. The crew make it to their destination on the western edge of Mongolia, where they come face to face with Mongolian eagle hunters. After a few important lessons, the crew will get to experience eagle hunting firsthand, high in the Altai Mountains.
Oh, the rabbit! Go! Shoot! Rabbit!